Alright, we're back here with more Touhou 9.5 Shoot the Bullet. In today's episode, we are going to be going against the extra stage, which is the Diabolical Wave, the Uncanny Smile, the Human Immune to Death by Fire, and the Dawn of Time. That sounds actually pretty cool. But actually, these are just going to be our extra bosses, which is still cool. So the first one is going to be Flandre, of course, because EOSD is chronologically the first game. And you might be wondering, well, Mountain of Faith hasn't come in yet, so who is the Dawn of Time? Well, that will be a surprise, which you'll find out in like 30 minutes. Or I'm pretty sure everyone already knows. Oh! Alright, so what am I trying to do here? Basically, I am trying to take my photos in such a way where I can eliminate dodging everything that's not coming from directly below me or above me. So I'm trying to take a picture of the 3 rings coming from the left of me, the one coming from Flandre, and the 2 coming from the bottom left and top left corners. It requires some pretty tricky timings and positionings of the photos, but I think it is the most efficient way to do this attack. I heard there is a meme method where you can just sit in the middle and try to take a picture as fast as you can before the rings catch you, but I'd rather do the method that is more reliable and less weird. And as you can see, it works quite well. Moving on to our next scene is going to be a bit of a maze scene. So, these, I don't know what you would call these, crosses, laser crosses. You have to kind of find a way through the maze here. And I'm not sure how static this is, but I know you can rotate around the screen if you so choose. I'm going to try not to, though, because I think I can just do this at the bottom. We'll see, though. Okay, we can go ahead and rotate, maybe. After a certain amount of time, Flandre will aim purple waves at you, so it becomes streaming in a way. Actually, can I just go left and right on this? That'd be a lot easier. Oh. Rip. Maybe I don't... Yeah, maybe I can just go left and right. One thing interesting is that Flandre tries to keep up with your horizontal position. So if you move right, she'll move right. And if you move left, she'll move left. Alright, let's just do it. I didn't want to do it this way, but it's probably the best way. Oh, dear, that was strange. It's a little bit confusing as to what to do after the lasers respawn. If I'm supposed to try to find myself in a new position or quickly go through. I guess it does take a while for the lasers to fully expand, so maybe I can just rush through and not get hit. I was paranoid that the lasers are kind of instantly spawning, so I didn't want to take that risk, but I think maybe I should just be taking that risk. What I've gathered is that if you're not constantly moving, you're going to get trapped. So you have to constantly be moving, don't you? That's the meme of this spell card. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's always going to be risk like that, but you just have to get lucky. Or, I don't know. I think this is static, but I don't know. It's probably just based around what you do. Like, I'm guessing that Flandre's movement pattern is always going to be the same depending on what you do. So technically, if you were to make the same movements every time, you could probably do the spell in the same manner every time. Now, I'm not going to go to the right because I realized that I kind of lured Flandre over to the right, so that's probably going to kill me. So you don't really have to go in the same direction the entire time. You probably just want to make sure that you're on the opposite side of Flandre. Or perhaps I'm just overthinking this. Maybe you should just guerrilla the whole thing. That's what I've been doing, really. Or, oh, wow, okay. That could have worked, though. In fact, I think it will work. Maybe change direction every, like, 2 photos. Is there RNG to this? I don't know. Alright, game. I guess I'll do that. I kind of just went around the screen in a clockwise or counterclockwise motion, but on the last photo I was like, I can probably just stay at the bottom right and it'll be fine. Alright, our next opponent is going to be Yukari. And she's blue. Which is actually pretty cool. So, Yukari is a bit weird in this game. This spell in particular, you have to take a photo here, because if you don't, you'll be trapped by lasers. So you need to take a photo there. And then on the second wave, I find that it's really hard to actually hit Yukari in a photo, so my second wave often ends up just being defensive. You see what I mean? If I could take an instant photo, I could probably beg to differ. But, oh, I just screwed myself over there. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to actually reach Yukari. So I only bothered to take photos of the lasers and just use my camera, otherwise for just defensive photos. The hardest part about this spell is actually dodging the white pellets, which are actually difficult. I know the first one's probably static, but you see there, the way it finishes off is really quirky. But I think you can focus movement through it, or something. Like, the way it works is by the time you actually fill up your charge, if you try to move upwards, you'll have that weird wave that basically this spell discourages you from using the photo it discourages you from taking the second photo on Yukari herself, because you can't really get up there, and you just kind of have to take a defensive photo. And once you accept that, it's fine. On this second phase, I'm betting you just wanna dodge. You don't even want to take any photos. Yeah. Oh, it alternates. Okay. I thought something changed on each wave, but I guess it just alternates from that pattern and from the random spam. Fair enough. Then I just won't charge on this. But it's a bit tricky to dodge. I can handle it, though. Oh, I didn't reach her. What a shame. Actually, for speedrunning, you'd probably want to get Yukari and the second photo, and then still manage to do the third photo just fine. So it might actually be really, really hard. Oh, but I pulled it off there. I just figured that, like... yeah. I figured that if I managed to do that, I wouldn't have to dodge a second wave of the random spam. So I was like, you know what? Let's just try to get those 3 photos correct at the beginning. And then I only have to dodge 1 random wave and simplify this entire thing. Alright, the next spell is going to be Boap. This is its origin. Now, I don't actually remember if this is harder than the SA Lunatic version. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I guess I really wouldn't recommend doing charge dodging, though. You're probably better off just trying to focus dodge, because charging does inhibit your dodging ability, so I wouldn't recommend it. Now, I'm guessing that the intervals in which you want to take the photos are when you're given that big gap. You're given that wave right there, so you can kind of go up and take the photo. Oh, wow, that gets a lot tighter as time goes on. But yeah, those are the obvious intervals of taking the actual photo. Because if you don't do that, then, well, you're going to have to, like, take a photo while trying to micro through all these things. And it probably is a static spell given the nature of the SA one, but... see, I just don't feel comfortable trying to do this weird charging thing while dodging these things. Oh. What even hit me there? I'll do a little bit of charging because last time I was late on the photo and I got cucked. What? That wave is really weird and confusing. I don't know what you're supposed to do there. Yeah, this is a lot tougher than the essay one. It's just a lot tighter. You're given a lot less room for error. I mean, it's still static, so I mean, there's that. But yeah, like, the thing is that you've got Aya's fast speed, and you've just got the fact that all the bullets are so close together, so it's actually really dangerous to make a lot of movements on this attack. Because if you just try to randomly move up, you're just going to hit a random stray bullet. So you have to be really careful with your movements. But I think you do have to do charging from time to time. Otherwise, you're not going to make the weird curve, which is when you actually want to take your photo. This curve right here, you're not going to make that if you don't charge a bit. What I'm curious on is, what do I do on the weird wave that comes up soon? Like, that confuses me. That confuses me a lot, because how am I supposed to actually take a photo of both of those walling waves? That's really bizarre. Yeah, I'm at a loss. I don't understand. Because I can't really move up really well. And it's not like I don't have the charge ready for that part. It's just I can't move up that well. Maybe I just need to speedrun this, and so I can kill it before it gets to that wave. Maybe that's part of the challenge. But the thing is if you try to charge, you're not going to dodge, because your speed isn't fast enough to move and react to the stuff coming at you. I mean, maybe you could memorize a charge route so that you can be in your slow speed and just do the same movements over and over again and not die, but be careful with that. Yeah, the hardest part of the spell is just being able to move up and take your photo. How do I get back in there? What? What is that wave? I think I kind of understand some of the dodging now. See what I said about trying to move up? You'll just die. Because you can't... It's really hard to move up on such a dense pattern. It just doesn't work. You need to take your photos low. And at good intervals. Like that. A lot of the dodging seems to be about this curve that, like... It's so hard to get up there. Maybe I was right about the speedrun thing. I just finished the spell before that weird wave happened. Alright, is this the one where you have to, like, stream it? Oh, no. Oh, this one's the cool one where she, like, does all the little fire curves and it, like, changes direction every wave. Doesn't this have like multiple phases to it or something? I think so. Something happens on this attack which makes it hard, I'm pretty sure. It can't just be this, right? There's no way. There's no way. So how do you know what direction she goes? Is it always so it doesn't always alternate. It's based on... Oh, it's just random? It's just random. You can't even tell what direction it'll go. You just have to react. Okay. So that's the challenge, I guess, is that it's random and you don't know what it's gonna do. So it can be mean and give you walling situations, or it can be nice and not giving walling situations. But I mean, with a spell this simple, like, okay, I don't mean to be arrogant, but can something like this really get that bad? Like, again, I'm not trying to be all cocky and be like, wow, this is easy, but like, this is all there is to it. Like, this is all that's going on in the attack. Like, yeah. Like, if that's it, then I guess that's all there is to it. I guess it's a breather. And then this is the one where you can just stream the entire thing and it's completely ridiculous. Yep. Okay, so this is a streaming attack. How high you want to be is basically based on how brave you are. But it's all streaming. What are these Moko scenes? They took like less than a minute each. Alright, so who is the dawn of time? It's Suika! And Suika has some really badass scenes. So this is that one spell that you probably know from SA, but this is the actual origin of it. So she'll make herself vulnerable soon enough. You just need to wait. Take pictures of the environment if you run into a wall. It's a fight against time. But you probably need to take some kind of defensive shot. But your camera is a bit of an ass, and it'll automatically try to aim at Suika herself. So if you want to try to get rid of mess, then you need to be a bit strategic about when and where you'll aim. Like right there, I knew that all those bullets were below me, and that Suika was below me. So I could easily take a picture of all the offending bullets. Is it really this long that you have to wait? What? There's gotta be some kind of catch. I think I need to, like, take a picture of Suika herself or something, right? I mean, there's only 3 photos, but I don't remember it being this long of a wait. Trying to clear up the middle. Hey, Suika, why aren't you vulnerable yet? Jesus, fuck, that took forever. Like, holy goddamn. I know the scene is only 3 shots, but like, why the fuck did it take you that long? Guess it's just a matter of patience. My concern, though, is that all these bullets end up being residue bullets. And I think that's not desirable. How can I manipulate this so that it's not bad? Okay, so first let's try to get rid of all the bullets in the middle. I'm gonna try going up and down. So yeah, get rid of the middle bullets because they'll be in the way for later. And we'll try not really going in a square, but moving up and down, like how you do the SA version. And then we'll go back around here. Oh, she blocked me. Ha! She went under there. She went down. She didn't go after me. She went down. What? Gotta be careful though. Oh, wow, I didn't see that bullet. It's pretty well hidden. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's ways to clean up the bullet field so that there's not that much residue. You just have to be really, again, as I said, strategic about it. Now, you might be wondering, well, why the hell are you just dying so much? Well, what I'm trying to do right now is not necessarily I don't really care too much about progressing just yet, because what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to figure out how to efficiently clear up things so I can take notes for later waves. Like, if I know how to clear up these bullets more efficiently, then I can apply that strategy and technique to later waves. So I'm kind of just trying to figure out how I can go about doing that. But it all just seems really weird and random, so I think it's best just go in a square. I was thinking, maybe with this really cool strat that I could use, but nah. See, what I don't want to happen is I don't want to run out of space like that. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to, instead of going, like, outerwards to inwards, maybe I'm supposed to circle around Suika and go inner, outer. And just, yeah. It's a bit difficult, though. She always catches me at the end. Why is there such a huge delay? Oh no, okay, I was thinking, let's like take photos of the surrounding area and try to clear it up before getting Suika herself. Well, joke's on you, you're not allowed to do that. You need to take the photo of Suika when she's available. You can't clear the area prior. Rip. Okay. Damn, I really hate how you lose so much area if you try to change the camera direction. Maybe you're just supposed to be confined to like this little square area. My camera didn't charge in time. I'm thinking you're just supposed to be confined to the little square that your camera's going to make, and you just have to deal with that. So you have to wait. The long, treacherous first photo. Make the wave. And then, when you get trapped, take a photo of Suika and then just go around the little rectangle that you're given. You've got no other choice. And just keep streaming around the little rectangle. And that's all there is to it. Only problem is that Suika keeps stopping on the edges of the screen. And when she does that, I can't finish her off. Like, I can't clear out a large... God, I'm starting to word my sentences wrong. When she goes to the side of the screen like that, what I can't do is clear out a large portion of the screen because she's on the edges of the screen. And that's a problem. It's as I suspected. The later waves aren't as long. Oh, wow, okay. I was making that way more complicated than it needed to be. I just, at first, I really just didn't. Well, the one thing is that I didn't know that the later waves were going to be shorter, and I also thought that I needed to come up with some kind of efficient cleaning route. But in reality, you're just supposed to move in a tiny rectangle. My bad. And this is also seen in essay, this attack right here. This one's pretty cool. The essay version, you're supposed to know when to switch lanes. We'll see how this one goes. It only gets really insane at the very end, which is typical. And it is the final photo pattern. So yeah, know when to switch lanes. And take your defensive photos when you have to. What? My photo was like too high up or something, and I ended up like not taking care of bullets that were directly in front of me. That's not how you take defensive photos. Probably the biggest challenge is just trying to stay high on the screen. Because if you keep getting pushed down, you're not going to be able to take good photos of the boss. You won't even be able to reach them. Also, I call bullshit on that. I was switching lanes there and it didn't work. See, when I take photos, I want to always try to get the bullets directly in front of me so I don't have to do like a weird panic dodge after the photo is done. But to be honest, I figured out that in this game, there's just photos that won't, there's just scenes that won't let you do that. So maybe you just have to accept that and just be prepared to dodge whatever directly in front of you, even if it's inconvenient. I mean, it makes way for a scrubby score, but if you're just trying to get through the scenes, it doesn't really matter, does it? Like, I've been trying so hard to try to make sure that the walls directly in front of me get canceled out, but really, that just makes it less likely for me to ever take a photo. Like, on this one, obviously, yeah, I need to get rid of some walls for defensive shots, but, like, I can probably dodge this wall here. Yeah. And that's it. That's shoot the bullet. We are done. So that was a pretty interesting ride. We went through STV, had a lot of fun. A few scenes that I kind of choked on, but that's fine. I mean, that's par for the course. The only question is what do I do next? I like this whole system I got going where I just play one game only and not alternate games. I'm thinking maybe I'll do like the third Linen game next, or maybe I'll do like double spoiler. What I should do is I should play PODD, but I would really not feel bad if I didn't have to play that game, because I am so bad at PODD. Like, I'm so incapable of playing that game, and I don't want to learn it. We'll see. We'll honestly see.